but I find it no discomfort, no personal discomfort for all the Liberals who were there during the Trudeau years. Many of them are still in the front bench and voted for barriers to access to development.
Yes.
Every single time.
Totally.
And now they're on team, let's get something done.
Yeah, it's wild. And of course, this isn't just you and I making claims. The reality is half of the cabinet is the same. They're the exact same people. And you're right. It has been mind-boggling to watch people who we have faced for the last 10 years, who we have been saying the world wants more Canada, the world needs more Canada, Canada should be the supplier of choice of energy and of technology to help lower global emissions, strengthen our relationships with our allies, be self-sufficient, united, and secure. And it's been those guys who are proponents of the keep it in the ground, leave half of oil reserves in the ground, and put forward Bill C-69 that all the provinces and territories opposed, that Indigenous leaders, the private sector opposed or said had to be totally overhauled. And then the Supreme Court said the exact same thing. These Liberals left it. They're the ones that unilaterally brought in the shipping ban so that Canada couldn't export with a direct line to the safest deep water and most direct access route to hungry Asian markets whose oil demand is projected to continue to grow by 40% by 2040 and want Canadian energy. And these are the exact same Liberals that brought in Canada's industrial carbon tax and are jacking up that price to punish Canadian workers and businesses, while neither the U.S. nor any of the OPEC countries, nor China, nor Russia, none of those countries have federal industrial carbon taxes because they know that it would be bad for their economies and bad for their people. These are the same Liberals that voted for that. Well, actually, they didn't vote. They did what they always do, which is they were in a different country where they declared they would impose a Canadian oil and gas cap.
That's a good point.
And they celebrated that it was the first kind it was the first of its kind in the world. Meanwhile, here you and I were back in Ottawa doing our jobs in Canada for Canadians in December 2023 when they made this announcement outside of the country. And what we as Conservatives pointed out at the time was the fact that this is the first one in the world is not a point of celebration. It's actually a cause for caution, because the reason is that none of these other countries are self-inflicting this harm that the Liberals have self-inflicted on Canada. So, and there is there is more after that. Of course, there are unilateral drilling bans and anti-development zones in water and in land that can happen at the stroke of a pen, and more than $600 billion in major projects that have fled Canada precisely because of this Liberal anti-development, anti-energy agenda.